Hello friends, this is in continuation with series of lecture on Python. In this lecture we shall study numbers in Python. Numbers can be of two data types. First one is integer, for example 100. Other one is floating data type, that is a decimal number. For example 3.1419. All the basic operations in math, that is subtraction, addition, multiplication, divisions, are also used in Python. For example 1 plus 2, 3, 5 minus 2, 3, 3 multiplied by 8, 24, 132 divided by 2 gives 66. You also have a remainder operator, that is a modulo operator, that will yield the remainder when the two numbers are divided. For example, when 4 is divided by 2, it gives you remainder 0. So 4 modulo 2 is 0. This is a modulo operator. It looks as the percentage operator. Now the percentage sign is the modulo operator. And when 4 is divided by 2, it gives you remainder 0. So the answer is 0. Similarly, when 3 is divided by 2, 3 modulo 2, the remainder is 1. So here it is. In addition to these operations, we also have exponential operation using exponential operator. That is 3 asterisk asterisk or double star 4. So this gives you 81. This means that 3 raised to power 4 is evaluated. This double star is an exponential operator. 1 plus 2.2. You can see that 1 is integer and 2.2 is a float. But Python converts this integer to 1.0, that is a float number, and successfully evaluate the addition without any data loss. So 1 plus 2.2 will yield 3.2, that is a float number. 1 plus 2 multiplied by 3. The precedence rules is same as the basic maths BODMAS rule in Python. That is, the multiplication and division has greater precedence over addition and subtraction. So 2 multiplied by 3 is performed prior to this addition. So 2 into 3 is 6 and 1 plus 6 gives you 7. You can change the precedence by using the brackets that has greater precedence than any other operator. 1 plus 2 multiplied by 3. So first this 1 plus 2 is done, that is 3. Then this whole sum is multiplied by 3. So gives you 9. You have some basic functions also. For example, POW, it is a power function. For example, 3, 4. This is same as that of this operator, of exponential operator, but this is a function that performs the same function as this operation. So it will produce 3 raised to power 4, that is 81. You have absolute function, that is ABS, and the value of minus 12. So absolute means the distance of a number from origin. So distance of minus 12 from origin is 12. So absolute of minus 12 is 12. That is a positive value. You also have a round function, round 2.8. This will give you the integer nearest to the floating data type. For example, the nearest integer to the 2.8 is 3. So you get 3. Round off 1.1, the nearest number to 1.1, the nearest integer to 1.1 is 1. Let us import math library and see some basic math functions, some advanced math functions that can be written in Python language. So we import the math library. By importing math library, I mean there are certain functions that you can use in Python by importing the math library. They are predefined in the math library. So you import math, it is import the math library. The first function that I am going to tell you is square root function. So all you have to do is math.sqrt of say 45. So it gives you the square root, that is 6.7. So math is a library, it is the object of that library, and the square root is the function sqrt, and the parameter is 45. So it gives you the square root of 45. Similarly, there is a floor function. As you understand, the floor is the base of a house, so it will give you an integer value less than float data type, for example 1.3. So an integer number that is nearest to 1.3 and that is less than 1.3 is 1. So the floor will give you the base value, that is a value, that is an integer value less than and nearest to the floating data type, floating number. So 1.31. Similarly, you have seal, as seal is the top of the house, so it will generate a number, the integer number that is nearest to the given float number, and it is greater than that number. That is the number, the integer number that is greater than 2.1 and that is nearest to 2.1 is 3. Let us import random library, that is import random. This library is used for generating random number. So the syntax is random dot random. Random dot random will generate a random number, that is a float number between 0 to 1. Please note the number that is generated can be equal to 0 but not equal to 1. That is the square bracket for 0 but a closed simple curly bracket for 1. So you can see a random floating number between 0 to 1 is generated. You can change the range and you can print any integer number between two numbers. For example, random dot rand int for say 1,100. Same way as above, the number may be equal to 1 but it cannot be equal to 100, and this integer number will be generated randomly between 1 to 100, that includes 1 but that excludes 100. So you can see the number is generated between 1 to 100, that is 28. You can also generate a floating number between any two numbers by using the command random dot uniform. 1,100. So this will generate a floating number between 1 to 100. You can see 18.94 is a floating data type which is in between this 1 and 100. You can change the range, it is a flexible, like random dot rand int 5 to 10, that is including 5 but excluding 10. So you can see 9. And thank you for listening. This is the lecture series. This is the second lesson on the lecture series of Python. I hope you enjoy learning it. Please comment and subscribe. Thank you.